So people make sure you are sharing the things through the LinkedIn so that the people will pay the attention on your profile. And this is the way you will get the job referral. So the job referral, you have to work on the LinkedIn profile. Otherwise, you will not get the job referral. So keep sharing the learning through the LinkedIn. It is yesterday one itself. Even you have not removed the padding here. Padding from the top, from the left. Even we have given the, a proper width for the label. So you need to remove this padding and you need to give a width to the label, but it will happen only. So just do the changes over here. And it's a spelling mistake in label. If you will see it's a label spelling mistake. LABEL. So here, please do check such silly mistake. Have you tried to match it? Now you can see I'm getting the gap from the left hand side. Before that, it was not there. So please make sure you are giving the proper name and always revisit the changes. If something is not working, it means you have not fixed it. That's why the error is there. Don't leave the things as it is. And guys, here you have to put the time. I can see many people are not giving the time. I don't know why they are busy. If you will try to find out what is the reason, you can easily find out. And many times a simple program will take 3 to 4 hours. I have also did the same thing. I have spent a lot of time to find out a silly mistake. So until you will not spend the time, you will not give the time to the task which I'm giving, there is no learning. So please do the things seriously. If you're serious about your career, because ultimately whatever you are doing here, whatever you are learning for yourself, not for me. Now, now can see it is coming properly here. Even many people are not doing anything. They just coming and joining it. If you're not doing the assignment, then there is no meaning of joining this workshop. So everyone, please complete the things. Here also you have not fixed the things. So you should remove the padding from the body. So in the CSS yesterday, what we did, we have removed the padding here. This way. Then it will work fine. So do these changes. And please keep sharing the things through the LinkedIn from here. And you can share the things right now as well if you're looking for that. Prem Kumar. So Prem Kumar also did the things well. He made. Okay, very good. So he added some animation as well. So try to replicate the things like this way, as the Prem Kumar also did. Here now. To post the assignment on the LinkedIn, it is simple. There is a button available here. Click on the share button, then copy from here. So from here, copy the things, copy link, then paste. Prem Kumar, have you done the things yourself or you have copied from somewhere else? Because some people are saying you have copied the things. So this way you can share the things, then put here a message at the top level. I've completed the things from there. Okay, if you are not copied, that is great. I appreciate the effort. Ultimately, it's you should be honest. So let's see. We have checked the assignment. I hope many people did the things well. I appreciate the effort, whatever they are putting. If you're referring that website, that is good things. But don't try to copy the things. Try to create yourself. Reference you can take, but same thing you have to make it. I appreciate the everyone effort who made the things well. So let's proceed for today's session. So today we will start with the JavaScript. So how many people know about the JavaScript here? Do you think you know the JavaScript? So JavaScript is the most understood programming language over the internet. Many people think they know the JavaScript, but the reality is they don't know it. Even initially, the people underestimated the JavaScript because we use JavaScript initially only for doing some DOM manipulation. But when the recession came in 2008, 2009, so that time JavaScript evolved a lot. So at that time, many open source framework built by the various companies like Angular built at that time, React also built at that time, Node.js. So a complete ecosystem was designed around the JavaScript in 2008, 2009. And from there, JavaScript became the first programming language which you can run on client side as well as on server side. Even using the JavaScript, you can do everything. Whatever you can do using the Java, C Sharp, even you can do the more things than Java and the C Sharp because Java and the C Sharp we cannot run on client side, but JavaScript we can run. So JavaScript is now a programming language which we can use to build any type of application. It can be your web application, it can be your mobile application, it can be your desktop application. Any type of application we can build using the JavaScript. Even so many application I'm sure you are using which are based upon the JavaScript. VS Code is a great example which is built around the JavaScript. So JavaScript initially was the interpreted language, and of course it is developed by the Netscape in 96. And initially we used the JavaScript for the HTML element manipulation and to validate the user input. As I said, when the Node.js come into the picture, from there the JavaScript change the way of development. So now JavaScript is a programming language. Initially it was the scripting language. Now it is a programming language, which is helping us to write the server-side code as well as we can write in Java, in C# and other programming languages. Even of course, client side as well, we can do the things. Interpreter language means you are executing the code line by line. You're okay. It is not compiling all the source file. It is compiling the file line by line. And wherever you are getting, it is getting the error, it will inform to you. Then you will fix the error, then it will again compile, then it will tell you. But other languages like C#, Java are the compile. They always compile. They compile the code once and they let you know how many errors are in the program. JavaScript on the client side will not let you know. But JavaScript on the server side is always compiled. So when it is coming to the Node.js, so Node.js always compile the JavaScript. It never interpret. So inside the browser, JavaScript is always interpreted. And on the server side, means where we having the Node.js, it always compiled. Make sense? So when it is coming to learning any programming language, so every programming language having some data types, you must know. So in JavaScript data type, we can divide into two categories, primitive and non-primitive. So primitive data types, we are having number, string, boolean, null, and undefined. So these are the primitive data type. Non-primitive, we having the object, array, function, date, and regex. These are the non-primitive data type. So let us start with JavaScript. So to get started with the JavaScript, we will use exactly the same IDE as we have used yesterday so that the people can use the same thing here. Code sandbox. And here we having a project which we can create using the Node.js. Have you opened the code sandbox, everyone? Have you opened it, yes or no? Okay, very good. If you have done, so just create a new sandbox, everyone. And there you will get the sandbox for Node.js. So we'll start with a Node.js code sandbox. Node.js JavaScript. Let's just go ahead with this JavaScript one. So when you will search here Node.js JavaScript, you will start getting these many things here. So we'll go ahead with only JavaScript. Why the official templates are not coming? Just go ahead with the official template, not the unofficial one. So there is a one option available here, the official template. Go ahead with and create the Node.js one. So you have to start with a Node.js official template, not this one. So just start with Node.js official template. This is a link I'm sharing in the chat window. From there, you can use it. I shared the link in the chat window. From there, you can use it. And guys, here today we have launched a online compiler from Scholarhead. Right now it is in beta release. We have not tested well. If you want to test this one, you can try this one also. Compiler. Then we having a JavaScript compiler here. You can try this one also. We are working on a compiler, online compiler. We have not tested it properly, but we started to work on it. Okay, it's not working fine. We need to test it. Okay, it is giving the fine. So you can try this one also. And do let me know if it is working fine or not. It is right now in beta release. I'm not sure will it work fine properly or not. But if it will working fine, it's good things. So from here also you can write the code. It's working very good. What about others? So you having the two option, either go ahead with this code sandbox. Either you can go ahead with this our online compiler as well. We have added. So how many people are using this Scholarhead JavaScript compiler? Do let me know through the chat window if you are using it. Okay, thank you. It is working. So here also we can go ahead with the things. VS Code also, guys, you can use. I'm not saying you cannot use the VS Code, but I'm using a such compiler where you don't need to set up anything locally. Everything can be done online. That's why I'm doing this way. Okay. So let's start with declaring a variable in the JavaScript. So when it is coming to create a variable in JavaScript, we create like this way. Where is a type we use? I'm changing the font size this way. So using the where keyword, I can define the things here. Let's say where x equal to 2, I'm giving, and to see the output, I'm using here console.log and x. And then I can compile it. I can see I'm getting the output as 2 here. Can you see? So here I'm getting the output as 2. When it is coming to the another one, we having the another keyword as well to deal with it. So I can use here let y equal to 4. Then I'm using here constant z equal to, let's say, 3.14. So we having the variable scopes, we having the local scope variable and we having the global scope variable. So when it is coming to the variable we define, right now I'm not wrapping this code inside any block. Directly I'm using it simply. Legita, when we use document.write, when you are using the HTML document, I'm not using the HTML, I'm using the JavaScript server side. So this JavaScript we are executing on server side using the Node.js. Even the Scholarhead online JavaScript compiler we created on the same style. It is running on the server side, nothing on client side here. So whenever using the JavaScript in browser, we use document override. When we are using the JavaScript on server side, we use console.log to see the output. So guys, you can use this compiler itself, whatever we have designed for you. We will also do the testing of it. Okay. So the link for accessing for this compiler is this one. You can access it. So how we create the block? We create the block using the if. Let's say I'm making if as true. And here, this is the block has been created like this way. So now inside the block, let and the constant support the block scope variable. So these are supporting the block scope. So let and the constant support these to support the block scope. So this way they are supporting the block scope here. But the where keyword does not support the block scope. So I can access it outside the block scope as well. So I can access the X outside the if like this way. But I cannot access the Y outside the if. If you will try to access the Y, you will not get it. Even you will get the error also. If you will try to run, you will get the error. Reference error. Y is not defined. Can you see? I'm getting the reference error. Y is not defined. Because it is let based variable. And let based variable are only accessible inside the scope. Outside the scope, we cannot access them. If you will execute it now, it is coming the output properly. So X, we are creating using the where keyword, and the where keyword things we can access outside the if block as well. But the let and the constant we cannot access outside the block. Is it working fine for everyone? How many people are using the Scholarhead JavaScript compiler? Can you confirm through the chat window quickly? What about others? Okay, so many people are using, am I right? So this is about the variable creation. And guys, here, if you're looking at here, we don't have a data type explicitly because JavaScript is a dynamic language. JavaScript is not a static language, simply. So JavaScript is a dynamic language. So we don't have here type safety. As we having the type safety in other programming languages like C#, Java. These are the type safe language. JavaScript is not type safe language. Okay. So what are the variable you have declared? That variable value type we can change. So if it is coming to this where X or this let Y, I can able to change the things over there. Let's say, let me console it first, console dot log. I'm consoling the Y, then I'm consoling the Z here, this way. Even here, before consoling the value, I can make the value change from 4 to hello. So initially the value of Y was number. Now I'm making the value of Y as hello. So hello is a string. If you will execute, Y output I'm getting as hello. X output I'm getting here as 2. And Z is coming as a 3.14. Okay. So JavaScript is not type safe as we having in Java and other programming languages. JavaScript is a dynamic language. So a variable can take any type of value. It can be a number, it can be a string. I hope everyone is getting the same output. Yes or no? Now the question is here where you should use where keyword, let keyword, and the constant keyword. Do you want to know where we should use these keyword? Yes or no? So I will suggest you here, don't make a practice to use where keyword because where keyword always create the confusion because it is also accessible outside the block scope. But sometime it might be helpful for you because you might be creating a variable inside a block and that value want to access outside that block. So that time it might help you. But every time it will not help you because we should always create the variable inside the block scope. Not we should have a variable which we are accessing anywhere. Make sense? Now the second thing is let keyword. So whenever you are working with React.js, Node.js, or let's say Angular, because after learning the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, next step of your learning is Angular and React. You have to learn only one framework, not both of them. They always make a habit to use let keyword whenever you are going to declare a variable, especially the block scope variable. Because the variable which whatever you are creating inside the function, inside the method, you can access only inside that function. You cannot access outside that. So let is a keyword you have to practice. Of course, it is not a type safe language, so that variable value can change from number to string or any other, as I can do in my case also. Am I right? Now the thing is where to use jet, means where to use constant keyword. Sorry, not jet, constant keyword. So many times it happens you might be creating a variable which value you don't want to change throughout the application or inside the function where you are creating it. There we will use the constant keyword so that the variable whatever we are creating, that value we cannot change. The one example is here we having some mathematical constant. Pi is a constant in maths. That value 3.14. So that pi value I can assign it. But it is not about only declaring the variable who having the constant value. We should use the constant keyword whenever you are willing to make the behavior of the variable as constant. It means if I want to behave a variable always as a function, if I want to behave a variable always as an object, there also constant is helpful. The example here, JavaScript is a dynamic language. So let's say I'm creating a user object here in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, I can create the user object like this way. So where I'm adding the things here, let user equal to curly braces. So this is the way how we create the object in JavaScript. ID I'm giving 1, then I'm giving here name Mohan. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to create an object. And this behavior I want to make constant. It means user variable always behave as an object. But as I said, JavaScript is a dynamic language. In the next line, I can make user as a simple number. It will not do any objection. Even it will not give us any error. So if I will console it here, console.log, and if I will console it here, it will console me as an object. But here it will console me as a number. Can you see? Here I'm getting it is coming as an object, but in the next line it is coming as a number. So the thing is, I'm not able to make the behavior of the user variable constant. So do we have any way? The user variable always act as an object. So in that case, it is always advised not to use let, use constant there. Now, when you will try to assign the value to user, it will give us the error now. Now there is an error because user variable value I cannot change now. It will be always an object. It cannot be a now number variable or any primitive type value. If you will try to run the code now, you will get the error here simply. So it is giving the error here now. So now let me remove this one and try to run it. So you can see type error assignment to the constant variable. Can you see? I'm getting this error. So this line is giving the error assignment to constant variable. So in this case, it always advise to make an object as constant in JavaScript. Got the real use of the constant? Yes or no? Because the people only think constant we use to give the constant number value. No, it's not only for that purpose. We always use the constant for object creation as well. Similar way, you might be creating a function. So there also we use constant because there can be a scenario. I'm adding here a function for adding two numbers. So I can create an anonymous function like this way here. And then finally, I'm returning the x plus y. So now this add variable, I want to behave it only as a function. So in that case, you should assign this value into the constant, not to the let. Because if you will give it the value of the let, so let based variable value I can change in the next line, but here it is not. Now I can console it. Guys, I'm giving the already example. The another example for constant. Console.log. 3 example I have given so far. Where constant we use. This way. So now, if you will try to change the value into add equal to 7. So here also you will get the error. Because add is a constant. It will behave as a function only here. As a function only it will behave. If you will try to assign the value, you will get the error now here. Can you see? Type error assignment to the constant variable. So this one also will not work. But now if you will run it, you will see the output. Here actually I'm getting the error. So perfectly I'm getting the output here. So these are the 3 real world uses of the constant. First is constant value. Let's say math we having. Second is whenever you're creating an object, always use constant. Then the third is whenever you having a function, a anonymous function, there also we use this one. Is it working fine for everyone now? Yeah, constant can be used to create a constant variable value, a constant object, and a function also. And one more thing I want to highlight here. It does not mean if I will make this object as constant, I cannot change the value of ID and name. I can change the value of ID and name. If let's say you are willing to change the value of ID from 1 to 3, I can change it. User dot name, I can change it. So value of the object properties we can change, but value of the object variable we cannot change. So here we having the two things. One is object field. Another one is here the object variable name. So object variable name we cannot change. Like this is not possible to change. But what are the object field we having? As we having ID and name, these values we can change. Make sense to everyone? So always remember one thing. If you are assigning an object to a constant variable, so that variable value we cannot change. But what are the object field we having? Those you can change. I hope it is clear now. Yes or no? I don't think the confusion should be there. I already cleared the confusion. So do you have any other query about the where, let, and the constant? All the three keywords, real uses I explained to you. I'm not teaching the JavaScript in a simple one. I'm teaching the JavaScript which actually we use as a developer in Angular, in React.js. So when you will deal with the React.js, you should use always their let and the constant. Forget about the where keyword because where is always create the confusion. So use let keyword whenever you're creating a simple variable, whenever you are creating an object, a anonymous function you are going to assign, or you having a constant value, use always their constant keyword. Make sense? It's simple now. Another query do you have? I hope it is simple now. Yes or no? So good to go ahead. So this is about the variables in JavaScript. I think some people asking how to run the same code in this online compiler. So there also can run. So whatever the online compiler we are having, you can open it. Now here, I can add the same code and then we can compile by running this start. And if you will see, here I'm getting the output. So this way, I'm getting the output here. And this is a scroll bar. Coming to everyone. This way. As I said here, the Scholarhead compiler is still in beta release. We are building it. I'm just only testing whether it's working fine or not. And as per the expectation, it is working perfectly. So the line number things are missing. Those things we will add. Okay. But somehow it is working. If you need a online compiler, anytime you can use it. So we are making the compiler. So JavaScript we made, C# compiler also we made, TypeScript also we made, Python, Java also we are making. So hopefully within few weeks we will have all the languages compiler on Scholarhead. Have you explored the Scholarhead for learning the technologies? We having the various articles on the technology. So please refer them. If you're willing to learn Angular, React, Python, Java, data structure, data science, machine learning, we having all the articles on Scholarhead. So good to go ahead for everyone. Yes or no? So do you have any query so far? I'm not sure you can do on the phone level as a note because the phone screen is very small. So phone perspective, we have not made this compiler right now, but we will test it on over the phone. Let's first finish all the things at the browser level, then we will think about, because when it is coming to the coding, so coding always should write from the laptop. At the phone level, you cannot write the code. Very basic things can be done. But when it is coming to writing a complete project on all the things, you must have a proper computer or laptop. Then only we can do the things. Naresh, what are the things I'm telling you here? These are the basic one. I'm not teaching anything advanced. Only I'm just covering the advanced concept in that particular topic so that you will got the understanding. Because when it is coming to dealing with the JavaScript, so JavaScript compiler, JavaScript code, you might learning in the traditional way where we use the HTML page. That is a guy's old style. Learn the latest trend, latest things, how the programmer are using it. Otherwise, you will not able to become a front-end developer. Because the issue with the people is they still following the old style, old technologies for doing the things which are outdated. Nobody using that one. So learn it in new way, which I'm teaching you right now. So JavaScript is you have to always learn using this style, not using the HTML style. Make sense? Yes or no? So we have done with the variables. So after completing this one, you can download the code from here. Just download this file, everyone. Even just download this file, it will be saved locally. All the file will have the same name code. As I said, it is right now, and you will find out what is the code you have written, it will be same. Now, I'm just going to remove this code and start with new set of things. The new set of things we having the data type here. So as I said here, we having the number as a data type. So let me define here a num equal to 1, 2. And here in JavaScript, we don't have like integer type, floating type number, a decimal number. Here we having only one data type, that is number. So number can be an integer value. The number can be a floating type value. We don't have any, int, float, decimal like type here. We have only one type, that is number. So number can be a decimal, it can be non-decimal. Make sense? But sometime it happens you might be converting your number specific to integer or in float. So in that case, we having here method to converting that string into the number. Because sometime it happens you might having the things like this. So let's say num2, let's say num1. As a num2, I'm having the 5. Now I want to just sum these two things. These two variable I want to sum. Num3 equal to, it is num1, then num2. And if I will console it, console.log. Can you tell me what will be the output here? 17 or 125, or you will get the error. If the same code you will run in other languages like C#, Java, it is an error. Because the number and string we cannot add. But in JavaScript, it is not an error. Because JavaScript, I said, is a dynamic language. Even whatever the errors we having in other programming language, JavaScript actually will not have the error for those. So here output will be 1, 2, 5 because it will do the string concatenation. Can you see I'm getting 1, 2, 5? So this is a string. Before that we having the number. So number plus string will become a string concatenation here. But it should be the 17. So how I can make it 17? I can make it 17 by converting my number into integer. So for that purpose, we having a parse int function. Using the parse int function, it will convert the string into the number. Then it will add them. If you will check, you should get the output as 17 now. So this is the way I can convert any string value into the number using this parse int. Make sense for everyone? Similarly, we having the parse float as well. You can have a number which you want to, or you can say you have a string which you have to convert into the float. We having the parse float things there. Because if let's say I'm putting here 5.1 and here I'm using parse int, what will happen? You will see it is still 17. But I want to make it a float. So what should I do? I should use here a parse float now. So this is my parse float. So that it will take a float. Now it is 17.1. Parse and parse float are the built-in function in JavaScript, which is helping us to converting a string into the integer and floating number there. Make sense to everyone? Yes, we having the method in Java and the C sharp for parsing a value into the another type. Similar way, we having the things in JavaScript also. Make sense? Shall we go ahead now? So now let's understand the another things about the numbers here in JavaScript. I hope you are practicing the same things. Are you practicing the same things? Yes or no? Can you confirm? Okay. So let's understand the differences in JavaScript with other things. Because many people think they know C, C++, Java or C sharp. So similar way we having the JavaScript, but trust me, it is not the right thing. We have to learn the JavaScript from scratch because there are so many differences we having there. To run the same thing in code sandbox, it is simple. Go there, paste the things. Then there is a button in the left hand side. Run, start. When you will start, you will get the output here. You can see I'm getting 17.1. I'm getting here. This is the older one. This is the new output 17.1. Clear? Sujata, parse means converting a value to another type. That is a parse. Simple. Okay. So now let's come to the next thing. The next one we having here about the another things. I'm just giving you the some task now. Let's say let's do some number mathematics. I'm using x equal to 0, y equal to let's say 5. Then let me define here, let z equal to y by x. Can you tell me the output here now? Now I will ask directly output. Let's say write it console.log. Keep telling me the output. Will it error or it will give something else? By yx. Okay. Many people are saying that divide by 0. Error. Okay, what about others? There is a one more I'm giving z equal to false. Then I'm putting here y by x. Now, what is the output? Error or something else? So JavaScript is very interesting. You will find out by y. Let's say defining a one more, declaring one more variable u. It is u. Can you tell me here y u here? Okay, now let me tell you here that JavaScript is not similar to the other programming languages. In JavaScript, can you tell me what will be the value of u? Can you guess the value of u here? When I'm declaring a variable u, can you tell me what will be the value of u here? Okay, the people who know the C++ for according to them, it should be garbage. The people who are from the, let's say, Java background or C# background, they might say if it is a number, it will be the default value for that data type. For number, integer, it's 0. For string, it's null. But in JavaScript, a variable, if you have declared and if you have not assigned the value, it is always undefined. So value of u is undefined, or any variable which you have only declared but not assigned the value will give you the undefined there. Make sense? Now let's come to the line number 9. What we will get if we are using this one? So output here we having the 5 divide 0. If the 5 divide 0, you will try to run in other languages. Let's say C, C++, Java, C#. It's always give you the error attempted to divide by 0. It's a common error you will get attempted to divide by 0. But in JavaScript, it is infinity. Because JavaScript here behaving as a maths. Because in the math, whenever we try to divide a number with 0, it always gives us the infinity. And infinity is a special number in JavaScript. So infinity is not a string. Infinity is a special number in JavaScript that you will get. The next one, we having the 5 divide by false. So whenever you are dealing with the number and you are using the Boolean type, So Boolean type having the two possible value, true and false. So true are replaced by 1 and false is replaced by 0. So false will become 0 and true will become 1. So it is again infinity. Because 5 by false means 5 by 0. That's why it is infinity again. But what about the line number 11th? Where we having the 5 by undefined. So this time it is none, not a number. The reason behind it, undefined is not going to consider a number here. So whenever you are using an operand in an expression which is not a number, it always give the common output n, means not a number. So just check the things now. So you can see I'm getting here infinity and none, not a number. So without running the code, you should guess it or you should know the output. So this will come only when you will practice the JavaScript. So are you finding the JavaScript different from Java, C, C++, and C# language? Am I right? Yes or no? Is it clear for everyone? Of course, Vishal, you have to do the mathematical calculation. Think about a scenario. You are getting a shopping cart in React.js, in AngularJS. So there, you have to do such calculation. And by the way, you are getting there infinity, you are getting there none. So how you will trace the error? What can be the issue with the calculation, with the logic? So these basic things will help you. Many people might be thinking, why we are learning this basic? Sir, until you will not know the basic well, you will not able to troubleshoot that issue. When it will come in the calculation, when you are calculating a invoice total, whenever you're calculating a shopping cart total, these basics rules always will help you. ChatGPT will not tell you what is the issue. Okay? So make sure you having that understanding to deal with the things. Code sandbox I have not tried. Let me try it. Here also getting the same output. How are you saying it is giving the error? Okay. So working fine for everyone. Should we do more calculation for numbers in JavaScript? Yes or no? Okay, now let me test more things. Take another example where I'm taking console.log. I'm doing 3 plus 4 plus hello. Just tell me the output without running the code. Be honest. Is it error? Yeah, tell me. Is it error or it will give some output? It is 34 hello, error, or 7 hello. The second one, hello 35 or hello 8. Don't run the code. Be honest. Okay. Here also the JavaScript will not behave as per your expectation. So what happens in the JavaScript, if you having a expression, and in the expression you having a multiple type of operand like number, a string, or something else. So if it is starting, if the expression you are starting with number, at first do the number mathematics completely. So 3 plus 4, it will add, it will become 7. Then it is getting the string, it will do the string concatenation. So first output is 7 hello. Second one is here, it is starting from the string. If it is starting from the string or you are getting the string in between, so it always do the string concatenation after that. So that's why in the line number 14, you will get hello 3, 5. This way. Got the rules? Yes or no? But if let's say you having the things like this way, undefined plus, what can be the output? Can you guess? Here we are doing the things like this way, undefined plus hello. So when you have it, let's say undefined, it will just do the string concatenation for that also. For the second one, it will be 7 hello 35. Because not 7, it would be 8. Because true will become 1. Remove this one. Now run it. Can you see? It is undefined hello 35. It is 8 hello 35. Because 3 plus 4, 7 plus 1, 8. Hello, then 35. So this is the way we are getting the output here now. So these things are commonly asked in the interview as well. If you will go for the interview on JavaScript, such expression they might give you to test your understanding about the JavaScript. It is not printing the true. The reason behind it, I'm using the true with number. If let's say I will change this expression from this to this high, now it will print the true because now it is after the string. Now it will be a high 34 true. Okay. Now you will get the true. But along with the true and false, it will not behave. If you will use the minus, then it will become the none. Only with plus operator, string operator do the string concatenation. If I will use here console.log 3 minus hello, what will happen here now? It is again you are trying to do the subtraction. So in the subtraction, the right hand side operand should be the number, but it is a string. So you are getting here none, not a number. Even for divide also, you will get none. Multiply also will get none. Only with plus operator in a string, it will behave as a string concatenation. Otherwise, it always give you the none, not a number. Clear for everyone? How the number calculation is different here, and even you are not getting the error whenever you are doing such things. So here in place of minus, any other operator you will use, you will get here always none. Can you see? Not a number. And make sure guys you are trying the things. Are you trying the things here? So just save the things and you're getting the output here also. Exactly same way. Then for the code sandbox, when it is coming to the new file, you have to check, do we have any option for adding the new file here or not? Because I think in Node.js, they don't have the option for adding the new file. You have to use only the everything inside the one file. I think here it is available. Do right click. But in that case, you have to learn the Node.js directly. We cannot access. Okay. So Node.js, I'm not teaching you here. So the things are different. Better to go ahead with only keep writing the things into the one file. And as I have downloaded the code, download it and remove the things and restart from again. So good to go ahead. Pratibha asking which language is this? So what we are learning today? Okay, Coral Saran is asking about a query. It is returning a number. Okay. He's saying it is returning this one as a number. So just remove this -1 first to understand how it is behaving. It is giving the 77. Am I right? It is perfectly following the rule of this string. But after that, we having here, let's say -2. So it is now behaving as 7 and 7 minus 2, 5. And finally, it is giving a number as 5. Because whatever the things I'm keeping here, it is not a character, it's a number. Because of that, it is behaving like this way. So there are the few things you have to keep in the mind whenever the string is a number, which is possible to convert into the number. You will have such behavior. 7 minus 2, and it is taking the string as well. So in few cases, the output is difficult to guess. This is one of the example there. So to understand it is a rule here. When it is a string, type is a number. So it will do that number calculation for the right hand side. Then in the left hand side, it will do the sum there. Make sense? If you want to check this one, we can check. We can mention it 8. If you're having this confusion, you can see 8 minus 2, it is taking 6. 7 is as it is. So what are the rules I have told that is applicable? Okay. That is doing the number mathematics here. Then it is converting to the string. So how it is behaving, you can think it like this way. So here it is working like this way, 8 minus 2. If you're going to understand, it is like this way. Okay. Where 7, 8 minus 2, and it is happening. So this way it is doing the things now. Clear for everyone? So this is about the numbers in the JavaScript. Now, when it is coming to the conditional statements, so conditional statement are same here. We having the if, we having the if else, we having the if else letter here also. Switch statement. If you know the other programming language, exactly same way we have been there also. I hope I don't need to cover those things. You will do them. You will complete them. Yes or no? So now I'm giving some homework to you. So note down the homework. Swap two numbers values without a third variable. And please don't do the cheating here. Write the logic yourself. Be honest. If you're not honest with yourself, then there is no learning. If you want to be a developer, you have to write the everything yourself first. Because nowadays people are just using the internet and they just get the answer, they do the things. And after that, they do the struggle. Because they're not able to think. They're not able to build the logic. So logic building comes from the practice. So what are the program I'm doing? Try to build yourself without exploring the internet. Make sense to everyone? Yes or no? Otherwise, these program will not take much time to write. So be honest. Now, make the sum of a number all digits. make the sum of a number all digits. This is the program you have to make. Mohammed Sadiq, the things are not completely different. Only the consoling part is different and the running part is different. Otherwise, whatever the things you are learning here on server side will applicable to client side as well. Only the way of execution and way of displaying is different. Logically, things are same on client side as well as on server side. Make sense? Should I give the loops program as well to you? Yes or no? How many people know the loops? Check. A year is I think I'm already added few program there. From there I can use. Not this one. Form elements one, I will show it tomorrow. A assignment I'm giving you, which you have to complete. After this one, just try to this one also. Check in year is leap year or not. And make this one. Build a calculator to perform the arithmetic operations. So these four programs you have to build. I'm sharing the things through the WhatsApp group as well, so that do the things. So make these programs, I will check tomorrow. And please be honest. Don't use any internet. Write the code yourself itself. And guys, are exactly the same thing. The such program you can copy here, come to the LinkedIn and share your learning from the today class here. Same way, joint third day workshop with the scholar head. Joint the third day workshop with the scholar head and instructed by. You can write on your language. I'm just giving the way how you can make a post. You can tag me. Here is my today's learning. And you can mention here a complete code. You can mention like this way. Make sense? And you can post. If you're having this code, you can share it, copy the link and paste there. If somebody using from the local machine, so the local machine, they can paste the things like this way, as I'm pasting here now today. This is a code sandbox. If you don't have the code sandbox, just copy the code and paste it here. Make sense? This way. You can share the things. In the Scholar Head, we have not made the sharing link. Okay. So we cannot share. But from here, you can do that one. Share the code like this way and share it. So as a part of learning, do it. JavaScript is not only used for mathematical problem. JavaScript we use to build everything. You are learning JavaScript from beginning. So that's why I have covered those topics where people got confused in JavaScript. So everything can be done in JavaScript same way as we are doing in C, C++. But I'm not covering those basic things which same. I'm just covering that part which is different from another programming languages. To copy the code, it is simple. Just whatever the compiler you open in Scholarhead, you can copy that and paste it here like this way as I paste it. I hope the things are clear to everyone. Have you shared the learning from today class as well? So thank you everyone for joining the today class. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will cover the advanced JavaScript where you will learn how to create the object, how to use the classes, and finally we will talk about how we will do the manipulation. So keep joining. And the day after tomorrow, we will have the final day. Okay.